Hello everybody and welcome back to Make It Real. Today we're doing something a little bit different and I am in brand new CAD software. This is a new CAD software that I've never used before called Autodesk Fusion 360, and it is apparently quite powerful. So as I am now kind of stepping up and out of my comfort zone in terms of 3D design stuff, I decided it was time to have a quick look at this thing. So the reason we're looking at it today is actually because we're building a helmet today. So I need to quickly see if I can find the right image here. That's not the right one. That one's, nope, that's not the right one. Here we go. That one is the right one. So let's just take a quick look at the front here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. As you can see, I'm still getting used to this software, but if I now get rid of the little shell thing we have in front of us, this is the helmet we're going to do today. This is the forest helmet, one of the forest helmets, I guess I should say, and that has actually been put into this modeling software as an image. So I can actually kind of scroll all the way back out and you can see it's just an image. This is my reference photo, and then I can actually click and drag and you can see it's just a single image like that. So we can even have a look. It's just like completely thin, and I've used this to try and model. Whoop, that's getting a little bit weird. I'm using this to try and model this helmet up. So I've got the basic shape right now. This helmet shape does look a little bit different to the actual helmet shape here. Because I haven't cut the actual eye guard into it yet, I guess, but also because this helmet is actually on a slight lean back, which makes it a little bit more difficult to actually to make this exactly one-to-one, but I'm doing my best to kind of get the curve of the outer edge and the curve of the lip at the top and stuff. So as you can see, my helmet has this nice like archy curve, and then if we take that helmet away, you can see that this helmet also has that nice kind of like archy curve over the sides there. So yeah, the reason I'm actually here, and the big thing that is troubling to me, was this kind of raised lip around the edge of the visor cutout, I guess. I couldn't see a way to do that in the modeling software that I've used before. So I wanted something a little bit more powerful. I've come over here to Fusion 360 and yeah, it's a bit of a learning experience, but I think we'll get there in the end. I am also, so I've put one sketch in here and then I've put another sketch in the other way around over this way and actually tilted that back, but once again, the piece is actually tilted a little bit of a different way inside the actual SkySaga image, so that the image is not perfect. This is actually getting kind of confusing, but it's just kind of to show where the spikes on the helmet sit. So the spikes are going to sit kind of one at the front here, one in the middle, one at the back, and then three straight down the actual back spine of the helmet, which I think is pretty cool. So I've got a lot of work to do, and I have a lot of figuring out of Fusion 360 to do, and hopefully I can get this all done pretty soon, because this helmet is going to be one big piece. Other than the spikes, I think I'm going to have to try and do the spikes separately, but yeah, anyway, either way, this is actually going to be quite the project, and getting this printed is going to take a long time. It's probably going to be somewhere in the order of 12 to 24 hours to get this print done, especially if I actually size it correctly so it will fit on my head. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, because as I said, it will be a 12 to 24 hour print, so it will depend on how much of this stuff I can get designed and modeled up today, and how much I have to do tomorrow. Of course, that doesn't really mean anything to you guys because I'm recording this in advance, but if I can get all of this stuff modeled up, hopefully all today, then I should be able to run it all off the printer. But as I said, I really don't know right now, because this is brand new territory for me. So I'm going to have a look at some more tutorials and see what I can do about cutting some holes in this faceplate. So this helmet has proved to be quite difficult. As you can see, we have changed back our 3D modeling software back to 123D Design, which I'm more familiar with. I managed to get the helmet shape done, but then doing this cutout and trying to get the nice thick edge around this cutout has just been hugely difficult. And if I show meshes right now, you can see that I've created other little bits and pieces around here that I've been trying and really trying to get this cutout shape to work, and everything I'm doing is just not quite there. So I really do need to sit down with 123D Design, not 123D Design, I need to sit down with Fusion 360 and actually work that out off camera, get myself up and acquainted with that software a lot better. And what that means is this project isn't going to get finished, or at least this helmet isn't going to get finished. I am very happy with this particular shape of this helmet and the cool cutout that it currently has. But getting that kind of extra detail around the edge of this cutout and adding those fins is just not going to happen, especially that kind of edge stuff, at least not with the skill in 3D design that I currently have. So like I said, I want to do some work off camera in that other software, because I'm sure I could get it to work in that other software. It's just I don't have that skill set right here and right now. So what I do want to do though is I want to print this, because this looks really cool. Obviously though, it isn't finished, so I don't really want to print it at full size. This thing is kind of sort of like the base level forest helmet, whereas the one that I was doing was not heroic, whatever the one up from heroic is, the epic version, I'm pretty sure. So now we're going to go through and we're going to print this, but like I said, I don't want to print this full size, but I do have a plan. So let's have a look at that. So here is my idea. These are squirtles that I have printed on my big printer. So this guy is actually pretty huge. I'm actually not sure exactly how tall that is, but it's somewhere around about 30 centimeters, I think. So I've got a 30 centimeter one and something about a 20 centimeter squirtle. So the print that you just saw come out of the time lapse looks a little bit like this. And it actually turned out really cool. Even without all the detail, just the shape and the helmet cutout just look really awesome. The only problem here is that I did actually try and print this to fit on the big guy. The problem is that it does not fit on the big guy. The big guy's head is a little bit too big, and I printed this a little bit too small. And if I then throw this on the small squirtle, it's a little bit too big. It, in actual fact, takes up quite a lot of space on the small squirtle. Yeah, so I didn't quite print this at the right size, but I really don't mind, because this thing is really cool, and especially in the translucent green, it's just a really cool texture and a really cool print on the whole. So despite the fact that this doesn't have all the detail in it that I wanted to have in it, I'm actually pretty happy with it. It looks pretty cool, and it is just going to get cooler when I actually do manage to finally get back to the other stuff, the other programming system, or the other modeling software, and actually get this stuff cut correctly and have those nice kind of thick edges around here, and then get those spikes printed and stuck down the back as well. So I think off camera I'm going to print another one of these that is big enough for the big guy up the back here, and have my squirtle wearing the helmet, because that is going to look really cool. But for now, that is going to be it for this week's episode. There was a lot of kind of difficulty with this design and getting this design to work. I kind of bit off a little bit more than I could chew, I guess, but at the end of the day I did end up with a very cool looking helmet. Just check that out. And I mean, you can see through the back there, if you have a look, you can actually see this not support material, that's not the right word, the infill, the actual fill inside the helmet through the back wall there, which is really, really cool. But like I said, pretty happy with this, and I will definitely come back to this at some point and add more detail to it, because it definitely deserves it. So, hope you guys have enjoyed that one. Sorry I didn't get a full, complete model done from the game, but like I said, just had a few difficulties here and there. Anyway, like I said, that is going to be it for today's episode, so I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you in the next Make It Real.